A good pilot stays ahead of the airplane, always anticipating the next stage of a flight. But this short IFR practice flight from Boeing Field in Seattle to Sanderson Field at Shelton, Washington, demonstrated that sometimes you can get a little too far ahead of the airplane and therefore increase your workload. I took advantage of the first day in about a week with a freezing level high enough to go in the clouds without worrying about becoming a popsicle. I filed an IFR flight plan from Boeing Field to Shelton via HOOME intersection, which is also an initial approach fix for the RNAV GPS runway 23 approach. And as you'll see, ATC cleared me as filed, with the expected NRVANA ONE departure off runway 14 right at Boeing Field. Many pilots advocate filing an initial approach fix at the destination. I typically do not. As on this day, filing and being cleared via HOOME didn't help, because when I was handed off to the controller working the airspace around Shelton, I quickly learned he had other plans. That approach controller instead cleared me direct OIRED. OIRED is both an intermediate fix and an initial approach fix, and it's the anchor for a hold in lieu of procedure turn that's necessary if you approach Shelton from the south via the feeder route from Olympia. Because I had loaded the approach starting at HOOME before takeoff, I had to change the flight plan en route. Not a big deal, especially with an easy-to-use, touchscreen navigator like a GTN 750XI, but it added another ball to juggle on a short flight. Then the plan changed again. ATC issued a vector south before turning me back toward OIRED, and I had to consider whether I'd still be cleared straight in, given that my track was almost parallel to the route from Olympia. To be safe, I did what I should have done from the start: load the full procedure to preserve all the options, and then activate a leg or proceed direct to a fix in accordance with the final clearance.
Boeing clearance, Bonanza 1546 Foxtrot's ready, copy IFR to Shelton.
Bonanza 1546 Foxtrot, Boeing clearance, cleared to Shelton Airport via NRVANA ONE departure, then as filed. Climb via SID, departure frequency 119.2, squawk 4763.
1546 Foxtrot's cleared to Shelton, NRVANA ONE as filed, climb via the SID 119.2, 4763.
Bonanza 46 Foxtrot, back correct.
Alright, so we're cleared as filed to Shelton. We're going to go ahead and we'll load that approach in as well. Want to do the RNAV GPS starting at HOOME. We'll load that. That makes sense.
Quebec squawk is 1545.
And we're doing the NRVANA ONE departure, which is a climb heading 135, 700, then track to NRVANA. Top altitude 2,000, we'll expect 4,000 probably, and then a turn westbound.
Southwest 8542, Boeing clears to go to Phoenix Airport via NRVANA ONE departure, radar vector Oma Tango, Alpha, Oscar, Mike, Alpha, J5.
Boeing ground Bonanza 1546 Foxtrot, midfield hangars, X-ray IFR.
1546 Foxtrot, Boeing ground runway 148 taxi, question 148, Bravo 1, taxi via Bravo.
14 right, Bravo 1 via Bravo. We will need to run up 46 Foxtrot.
Roger.
Okay, we're turning left and right, we're turning left. Engine instruments are good. Flight instruments are good. 0 airspeed heading. Altimeter, vertical speed are all good. Compass is good. We're in go-around mode for the takeoff. Boeing Tower, Bonanza 1546 Foxtrot's approaching 14 right, Bravo 1 IFR.
Bonanza 1546 Foxtrot, Boeing Tower, good morning, number 2 for departure.
We'll hold short 14 right, but Bravo 1, Bonanza 46 Foxtrot. Okay, got that exec jet on final. See if they hold us or let us in. Probably have to hold us until he lands.
Bonanza 1546 Foxtrot, caution returns from the Challenger ahead, runway 14 right, Bravo 1, clear for takeoff.
14 right, Bravo 1, clear for takeoff, Bonanza 46 Foxtrot, thanks.
Approaching runway 14 right.
Here we go, trim the set.
Entered runway 14 right, 9,900 feet remaining.
Exterior's rich, props full forward. Power is set, fuel flow's good, airspeed's alive, up we go. Slight off gear coming up. Gear. Few bumps. Drop back to 25 for noise.
Traffic, 2 o'clock, 1 mile, 1,100 feet above.
Times 46 Foxtrot, contact Seattle Departure. Have a safe flight, great day.
46 Foxtrot, roger.
Lovely.
Seattle Departure, Bonanza 1546 Foxtrot 700, climbing via the NRVANA ONE.
November 1546 Foxtrot, Seattle Departure, better contact, climb and maintain 4,000.
4000, 46 Foxtrot.
Flexjet 501, climb and maintain 15,000.
I'll maintain 15,000, Flexjet 501.
Air Transport 3541 Heavy, good rate of climb through 14,000.
Good rate through 14, Transport 3549 Heavy.
Okay, autopilot's engaged, GPS.
Alaska 330, proceed direct ZLAC.
Direct ZLAC, Alaska 330.
And we're in nav mode.
November 46 Foxtrot, whenever you get it, advise me of the Shelton automated weather. Shelton altimeter is 2980.
Okay, we'll get that in a couple of minutes, 46 Foxtrot.
Alaska 330, climb and maintain 15,000.
Climb to 15,000, Alaska 330.
Engine gauges look good. Get a crosswind up here though, 23 knots. Outside air temperature still +7 out of the 2,200.
November 46 Foxtrot, turn left, make it a left turn, heading 280.
Left turn heading 280, 46 Foxtrot.
Alaska 330, contact Seattle Center 127.05. Have a good day.
2705 now, Alaska 330, good day.
And flight 1420, climb and maintain 9,000, turn left heading 090.
900,000, 090 on flight 1420.
Okay, it's still +4, no sign of any ice at 3,900. Altitude is capturing. We're in heading mode. Turning left heading 280, the big loop to get us across SeaTac. There's 4,000, it's enunciating.
November 46 Foxtrot, continue left turn heading 250.
Left 250 now, 46 Foxtrot. Bring the power back a little bit. We're leveled off. No need to scream along here. All right. We're off the departure. So HOOME will be our next fix. Go ahead and activate that just so we have it for reference. Get the engine leaned out here now. These cowl flaps are closed. We'll let it monitor that for a second. Those items are taken care of.
And flight 1420, climb and maintain 13,000.
10. Visibility 10. Sky condition overcast 1000. Temperature 11 Celsius. Dew point 08 Celsius. Altimeter 2980.
Contact Seattle approach 126.5.
126.5, thanks, Shell, 46 Foxtrot. Seattle approach, Bonanza 1546 Foxtrot 4000, heading 250.
15645 Foxtrot, approach altimeter 2981.
2981, 46 Foxtrot. We have the 1 minute weather at, and NOTAMs at Shelton requesting just a low approach RNAV runway 23.
That's good 49, so approach ready contact, maintain 7000. 46 Foxtrot, what was your request?
RNAV 23 low approach and then over to Bremerton for the RNAV 20 full stop. Bonanza 46 Foxtrot.
46 Foxtrot, roger.
We're not sure if he's going to clear us lower initially.
Bonanza 46 Foxtrot, proceed direct to OIRED.
Direct OIRED 46 Foxtrot.
Let's get 49, traffic show factor, climb maintain 15,000.
Okay. Alright, modified the flight plan. Now going to OIRED. And we are 20 miles, 9.5 minutes. So we'll leave the power in for the moment. We are +3 up here. No sign of any ice. Pitot heat is on. Okay, some light chop up here.
Let's get 1080 to the
We'll do this first approach fully coupled.
Let's go 49, contact to center
In the standard
125.1.
config. So about 17 inches of manifold pressure, 2,500 RPM. We'll go approach flaps as we start the approach, then gear down at glide path intercept.
Let's go 1064 to center 126.6.
That bug is set. Probably going to keep us up here, so I'm going to go ahead and set the altitude at Portsea 2000. Okay, we're going to go ahead and activate OIRED below the procedure title, so that gets us, approach is now active. We cross OIRED at or above 2,900, and Portsea at 2,000, then on down the glide path. We should get LPV minimums. If we don't, we're going down to an LNAV of 880. The weather down there is basically 1,000-foot ceiling, so we should have the runway in sight plenty of time. We'll see if we get the published miss or an alternate miss instructions. Okay, we have things set up. We just have to adjust the altimeter. We'll go ahead and do that now. 2980 for Shelton. We have the pitot heat on. We don't need prop ice. We're above the cloud layer now. We're all set up for the approach. It's a low approach only. Again, we'll see what he says for the missed approach.
Let's get 1080, contact center 128.3.
And we'll reduce power in about a minute.
Get 1096 to departure radar contact.
We're about 5 minutes, 45 seconds now from OIRED, 12.5 miles.
Number 46 Foxtrot, change of plans for sequence flight heading of 160. Expect direct OIRED shortly.
Okay, heading 160, 46 Foxtrot.
That's the 4 Quebec Pop, maintain 4,000. Let's get 1080, South Center 128.3. Boeing 187, contact South Center 128.3. Number 229 in November, turn right heading 260.
Okay, we'll reduce power and slow down a little bit, so that'll get us better set up when we get sent back inbound. It's a nice IFR day up here. We're still +3. We're above a layer.
Plane 54 to departure ready contact, maintain 7,000. I'm high here shortly.
About 20 knots of wind out of the southwest.
Or 29 November, you're clear direct Elma. Delta 2854, you're clear direct to Sumo, climate T1 5000.
Looks like we might have a bogey out there at about our
373 November, advised and you're established on the approach to straight in.
We don't have any approach lights on this approach. We do have pilot controlled lighting, but the visibility ceiling are good down there, so we won't mess with that. We just have a PAPI, a real PAPI on the left side. We're just doing a low approach, so we won't be getting off the runway. All of our descent and landing items are taken care of except for flaps and landing gear and mixture rich. Looks like that's our problem, is that traffic that's now at about our 2 o'clock, 600, 700 above us, climbing finally.
November 46 Foxtrot, turn right heading 240.
Right heading 240, 46 Foxtrot.
Number 73 over, thank you. After completion of the approach, fly the published mist and return to this frequency.
Yeah, well, we're not going to do that yet.
Number 46 Foxtrot, what is your intentions after the approach?
We just want a low approach in Shelton. We'd like to go to Bremerton for the RNAV 20 full stop. Bonanza 46 Foxtrot.
Number 46 Foxtrot, thanks. Yep, after completion of the approach, then just fly the published mist and return to this frequency.
Published miss this frequency 46 Foxtrot.
November 46 Foxtrot, change my frequency 121.1.
121.1, 46 Foxtrot. Bonanza 46 Foxtrot's on 121.1.
Number 46 Foxtrot, thanks. Loud and clear. And after the approach, actually return to this frequency 21.1 on the go.
21.1 on the go, 46 Foxtrot.
Number 46 Foxtrot, thank you. To set up maintain 3000.
3000, 46 Foxtrot. Okay, they give me a little bit of a workout here. Oops.
Delta 1719, set approach ready contact, climate T1 5000.
Yeah, we're descending 3000. Can't set up VNAV too soon when you're getting vectored around like this. We're back on the chart. Looks like we'll get a turn northwestbound toward OIRED here in a minute.
Delta 1719, clear direct Suma.
Or he may put us back on this feeder route here, which is the 344 radial off of Olympia to OIRED. But it's a no PT route. A correction, it is a PT route. We'll see what we get.
November 46 Foxtrot, proceed direct to OIRED. Cross OIRED at 3000, and you're cleared for the straight in RNAV 23 approach Shelton Airport.
Okay, direct OIRED, cross OIRED at about 3000, cleared straight in from runway 23 approach, Bonanza 46 Foxtrot.
Verizon Air 2016, clear direct Suma.
Okay. A little bit of shuffling around on this approach. We're turning right now, heading of about 307. Cleared straight in. The OIRED to Porcy. So that's a turn to about a 233 heading. So yeah, just inside the 90 degree turn.
Number 73 November, radar service terminated.
All right,
Change
now
to
we
rise
can
frequency is
do-
approved, and I'll talk to you on the missed approach.
29, we can activate VNAV and arm approach mode. Exterior
Delta
coverage.
1719, connect Seattle Center 12616.
Okay, so I should have just loaded this approach with OIRED as and the course reversal, then I can just skip it as I've done here. Better than having to load it a couple of times. Just another example of why it's always good to Keep all your options open when you load approaches. Start monitoring the CTAF. We're going to fly the published miss, so it's a climb straight ahead to 3200 out to ULIS, but we'll get turned. I'm sure we'll get vector once we're back in radar contact. Okay, so we're now about 2 miles.
1402,
Just under a minute to turn in now. We'll go ahead and select where speed checks. We're going to go ahead and select approach flaps.
Alright, there 2016, connect Seattle
We're
Center
going to be starting down as soon as we
12616.
get to OIRED. We'll cross Porcy at or above 2000. V path, glide path, approach motor armed.
November 4, Quebec Papa, setting 360.
Pretty good.
360, November 4, Quebec Papa.
Upper traffic take action, sexually off the turning base, 4 lane 16, let's go on.
Alaska 1402, clear to Suma.
Here comes our turn. Here we got V path. Waiting for LPV to enunciate.
Traffic take action, 6 left, south mile, 4 lane 16, touch and go, Auburn.
Alaska 1048, approach to Kansas, climb 215,000.
Bump the power up just a little bit since we're leveling off here for a couple miles. About 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes to Porcy. Right path preview is active.
Bonanza 46 Foxtrot, radar service terminated, change to advise frequencies approved, and I'll talk to you on the missed approach.
Switching now, 46 Foxtrot. Oops, the gear. Speed checks.
Alaska 1048, flying 165.
3 green, no red.
Alaska.
Shelton traffic, Bonanza 46 Foxtrot. It's about 7 mile final, low approach runway 23, Shelton Sanderson. Okay, power is set. We are configured approach flaps 3 green. You can now set missed approach altitude of 32. Going down to 523. We need 3/4 of a mile.
I can fly to the lower LPVDA because I can meet the minimum climb gradient of 244 feet per nautical mile noted on the chart.
Props at 25 for the miss. Crossing Porcy now. In about 30 seconds. Above 2,000, here we go. And we're now just about to cross Porcy, 2,000 feet, just like the book says. Here we go. We have 5 miles to the runway. Shelton Sanderson, Bonanza 46 Foxtrot, 5 mile final, low approach runway 23, Shelton Sanderson.
Upper traffic take action, 6 left, turning base, runway 16.
Configuration looks good. Got 15 knot headwind, almost no crosswind, so we're going right into the wind here. Our ground speed is 95 knots. About to break out here, it looks like. 1,300 feet above the ground. About 1,000 feet to go. Approach altitude is set. Looks like the AWAS is accurate. We're breaking out just about 1,000 feet above the ground.
2 mile final runway 23.
Shelton, Sanderson, traffic, Bonanza, 46 Foxtrot's about a 2 mile final low approach, runway 23, Shelton, Sanderson. Okay. Reducing power just a little bit. We're a 3 green, approach flaps, mixtures rich, props at 25. Runway is in sight. About 400 to go.
$500.
A few bumps here coming out of 700. We've got about 200 to go. This one looks like going into a non-ILS runway. Okay, we're just about 100
traffic Cessna 362 5 miles to the south, inbound.
Go around.
5 miles to the south at 1,500 inbound, Auburn traffic.
Positive rate, gear coming up. On it. And Shelton, Sanderson, traffic, Bonanza, 46 Foxtrot's missed approach, runway 23, climbing out southwestbound. Shelton. Seattle approach, Bonanza, 1546 Foxtrot's missed approach, and Shelton, 1,600, climbing 3,200.
Bonanza 1546 Foxtrot, approach, thank you, Identity.